after Barack Obama's secret meeting with Meghan Markle. Both the White House and Buckingham Palace were simultaneously on alert, because this was not an ordinary visit. It all started in March 2025, on the coast of California, in an area that is normally touristic. Everyone was accidentally directed somewhere else that day. A former president and the most controversial duchess of the modern age entered the door of that villa. No camera worked inside, no phone signal. But according to the leaked information, Obama did not only have a personal conversation with Meghan. This meeting was held to lay the foundations of a new political order, using the power of digital media. And even more interestingly, Prince Harry's name was never mentioned in this plan. March 2025, California, Montecito, 10:12 a.m. The sky is unusually cloudy. Waves hit the coastline harder than usual. The air isn't hot or cold, but there's a strange tension that creeps into everyone's bones. That day, several shops along Montecito's famous coastal road remained closed for security reasons. Local police increased patrols, yet no media outlet had been informed. In just a few hours, two of the most influential names in modern history would meet under one roof. Meghan Markle entered the villa in complete silence. She arrived in a blacked-out car with no GPS tracking. Her phone had been turned off hours earlier. She wasn't accompanied by Harry, nor her assistant. At that moment, Meghan was not carrying her past. She was carrying her potential. Security cameras were disabled. Two plainclothes guards stood silently by the door. Her first words upon entering were, "We don't have much time." He already knows everything. At 10:47 a.m., the second car arrived. Barack Obama stepped out, wearing a dark suit but no tie. He slowly removed his glasses. He didn't look around. He had no bodyguards. He looked less like a former president and more like a strategist stepping out of the shadows. What was really happening behind the scenes? This meeting had been planned days in advance, but the motivation behind it stretched back a full year. After the 2024 U.S. elections, American polarization had reached a boiling point. Biden began his second term with a weak grip, and younger generations were searching desperately for a new kind of leadership. Right at that moment, Meghan announced a new documentary, The Silent Rebellion of a Generation. It shattered streaming records. In 48 hours, it reached over 110 countries on Netflix. Obama was not just intrigued by the content. He saw something else. This woman was no longer just a former actress or a royal exile. She could become the face of a new media empire. Performing arts, the first words inside the villa. They didn't shake hands. Obama looked out the window first. Then he turned and asked, "Do you know how many people you can influence, Meghan?" Not with emotion, with decisions. Meghan didn't flinch. "I thought like you once, but I'm not here to leave a mark. I'm here to draw the map." A silence filled the room. Obama placed a file on the table. He didn't open it, but he said just one sentence. "This project will reshape America, but not just America. The UK, Africa, Latin America. This is a shift, and you won't just be the face of it. You'll be its architect." Satellite antenna, 3 lead topics, now public. Digital citizenship for the new world. A platform to provide borderless digital identity for global citizens, with Meghan as its face. Post-empire narrative platform. A counter-hegemonic media movement targeting algorithmic control over the minds of people. Royal disruption theory. The fall of the British monarchy used as a symbolic global turning point. Meghan's journey becomes the proof. Man detective, meanwhile, at CIA Los Angeles office. An emergency meeting was called. Though Obama held no official role, his movements were still monitored as a strategic variable, and Meghan had been under discreet surveillance for years. A classified memo from London had just arrived. If Meghan Markle becomes the face of a new social-political structure in America, the monarchy will never recover. Hourglass Not Done. End of episode 1. As Obama stood to leave, he spoke quietly. "We lit a fire today, but even you can't imagine who it might burn." Meghan looked down and replied, "I was ready to burn long ago." The sky outside turned completely gray, and inside that silent villa, every whispered word had already started a global storm point 4 days later. Washington, D.C., 8:35 a.m. That morning, the American media awoke to a single headline dominating every screen. The leaked document had been sent anonymously. It included Meghan Markle's name, her private meeting with Barack Obama, and 3 unmistakable titles: Digital Sovereignty Project, Crownless Influence Initiative, Royal Reset Protocol. This wasn't a story. It was an invisible declaration of war against existing power structures. Newspaper American media explodes. CNN, Obama and Meghan. Is a new digital monarchy rising in America? Fox News. The shadow government and the Duchess. Has democracy been compromised? New York Times. This is not PR. It's a planned media revolution. Within 3 hours, #DigitalQueen became a worldwide trending topic. But the real panic was in London. Crowned Buckingham Palace in crisis. That same morning, Queen Camilla, Prince William, and the head of MI6 gathered for an emergency briefing. Because within the leaked plans was a phrase that shook the palace. The monarchy's irrelevance will be narrated through Meghan's lived experience and made culturally irreversible. Prince William, losing composure for the first time in months, slammed his fist on the table. "If we don't silence her, we won't just lose our image. We'll lose the foundation of who we are." Direct hit what was actually being built. Digital Sovereignty Project. Royal Reset Protocol. A symbolic dismantling of monarchy as a concept, elevating algorithmic leaders and platform power instead of bloodlines. Brain. The White House responds. Behind closed doors, President Biden was briefed. He reportedly called the project dangerous but brilliant. But one advisor added something more chilling. "If Obama is behind it, we can't stop it. We can only hope to guide it." Magnifying glass tilted left. Who leaked it? No one knows. But intelligence chatter hinted at a former royal security agent, now aligned with Harry's private staff. Could this have been a warning from Harry to Meghan? Or was it a calculated move from within the palace? Meghan made no public comment, but she posted a black screen on Instagram with a single sentence. "Sometimes to reset the world, you must first erase the crown." Chart increasing U.S.U.K. Relations freeze. The British Foreign Office sent a formal protest to Washington. It is unacceptable for a former U.S. president to support a direct narrative attack on an active monarch. In D.C., the message sparked smirks. Everyone knew this was only the beginning. Candle. Obama speaks. At a university panel in Los Angeles, Obama was asked directly, "Mr. President, are you building a new system with Meghan Markle?" He paused, then simply said, "Old structures can't hold the future. In tomorrow's world, it's not kings who speak. It's algorithms." Hourglass Not on. End of episode 2. That night, Meghan sat alone on the villa's balcony. She held a notebook, handwritten pages fluttering in the wind. She wrote one sentence on the last page. Not to destroy, but to make it forget. And as the camera pulls back into the dark sea and crashing waves, the world feels the first tremors of an irreversible new order.